Hello, my name is Abe and welcome back to Enter the Gungeon warm-up paradox run. I need this warm-up run today because my voice might not be perfect today. Not that you need to be perfect all day, every day, but the past couple of days have been pretty miserable for me. It is a Thursday, the beginning of a stream day for me. We are poison immune with the mahogany, very good. The game crashed. Oh man, give me a second. Welcome to Enter the Gungeon crashing on Startup Edition, or after Startup when you're in the first level. Okay, what do we have now? We have Blasphemy and Polaris and +1 to bullets. I mean, I gotta admit, this is probably a bit of a better start. Maybe a little bit duller of a start because, you know, in theory we could just run Polaris the entire run. Maybe even turn this into a no-hit run. Tell you what, I'll use the Polaris until I get hit, and then we'll switch to the Blasphemy. Well, maybe not immediately. Maybe we'll need another gun first, but... Anyways, what was I saying before the game crashed? I was saying, I've had a very bad past couple of days. 2 days ago, I had a major headache. It's not like, I don't think I have migraines, because I don't think it was a migraine. I think it was just a bad headache. But yesterday I just had super bad allergies. I don't know why. Maybe it was the, 0.2 millimeters of snow that we got on Tuesday locally, which was so bad that businesses were closing and schools were gonna be canceled, and then it ended up just, instead of it snowing like 1.5 feet, it only snowed like, actually literally a millimeter. It was very sad. I like snow. I wanna get more snow on the ground, but, what can I say? We're in the day and age of, we might not have a lot of snow anymore. Oh, it survived. But yeah, combined attacks of the head and also the allergies, I just feel like my voice is shot and I'm a little sore all over, my neck especially. When you're sneezing for like 6 hours out of the day, kinda sucks, but I'm feeling a lot better today. And I'm ready to play a warm-up Gungeon run in order to hopefully get back into the swing of things. Back into the streamer mindset. Lately I have been playing a lot of Helldivers, and I have to say that game is just so much fun. It scratches the itch I've had lately of, man, I should play some more multiplayer games. We should play some more Killing Floor, Endless Dungeon. It's both. It scratches all of those itches at the same time. It's such a fun experience. If you haven't checked it out, I would recommend it. And if you want to play with me, just, at me, basically. Magma Man, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Baze Knight says, am I allowed to post links? You should be. I have to wonder what you're gonna post, though. As long as it's, PG. Okay. Gatling Gull, aka Easy Mode. How do you deal with Gatling Gull in the room with the explosives? Shoot the explosives. Forehead. And then otherwise, you just, it's a Gatling Gull fight on a very easy arena. Let Gatling Gull clear the bushes, don't waste your ammo, unless you have an infinite ammo weapon, or you got nothing else better to do with your time. And that's it. Oh, okay, I see. Baze Knight in chat posted the link of a clip. I was playing with Chris last night when he was streaming, and we dove into a what is it called? A bile burster, and just wiped it in one shot. Zerg, Mother of Zerg, if you're there, watch the clip. It's such a fun game, Helldivers, because you are just man versus bug. It feels like you are a Marine in the Starship Troopers universe. It is just such a fun game. I keep saying fun a lot, but like, what else is there to describe it? It is a wonderfully fun game, and I could not recommend it more to people. I would say that play it with friends, you know? Play it with people who, if you kill each other, you're gonna have a laugh over it. Also, please don't take the mortar turret. That's all I recommend. Yo, I didn't go down to the old crest. I completely skipped a floor. Well, you know what? Maybe we can turn this into a no-hit run without the bonus floor stuff enabled. That just goes to show how, like, out of it I am. How long it's been since I've had a good Gungeon warm-up run. I forgot how to play this game. Speaking of games, I think it's very sad that it seems like Dead Cells is not gonna get any more content updates. There's been a bit of a brouhaha over it lately, but I believe the developers are gonna stop working on Dead Cells content, and they're gonna instead be re-diverting their efforts into the other game that they were playing, which Windblown or whatever it was called. Sad, but honestly, you know, the writing was on the wall, I think, to a small degree, because of the fact that the company did kind of like split off. Evil Empire was a split off of Motion Twin in order to actually continue development of Dead Cells, and it's been in development and getting updates for years. I didn't expect it to live as long as, you know, Terraria would live on for. Is that game still getting updates? Honestly, I don't know. No! No! My no-hit run! Oh, the humanity. Okay, P-gun it is, I guess. Homing peas. Dude, these peas. They're awful big. JMC Junkman cometh, welcome. How are you doing today? Connie says it's sad that Dead Cells had plans until the end of at least this year. Yeah, they had plans, but I guess those are now no longer in play. But you know, I'm happy for the content that we did get out of Dead Cells. You know, they could have released it in 1.0 and then stopped updating the game. Instead, we went from 1.0 to version 3.5, like literally 25 more updates. Major content additions. It is, let's open the chests. Good game. Yeah, what I'm very curious about is what's gonna happen with, like, is Motion Twin just gonna reabsorb Evil Empire in order to focus on Windblown, or are they going to work on another game, like 2 separate titles? I got no idea. M1911. I will buy this. This is an acceptable weapon. We can also gun munch it. All right. Peas, peas. Connie says they've confirmed that they're working on 2 major retro IP revivals. Like, were they working on content for Dead Cells involving that, or are they literally working for developing, like, the Return to Castlevania? Explosions are not good there. Separate sovereign company. Is it though? Because I don't think it is. I thought that Motion Twin kind of split off the assets for like organizational reasons. Two new games, says Connie. Very interesting. Maybe we're gonna get Evil Empire's take on a like Resident Evil remake. Like Resident Evil 1 remaster remake. That'd be fun. I still gotta play through 5. 5, 6, 7, 8. Revelations ain't so great. So I've heard, but I don't know. Let's go maybe do some munching. Got a shot bow, Polaris. You know what, just so I'm not tempted, there you go. And then we will dump the... I wish I could dump the Blasphemy, I wish I could. Mac 10, if we get the synergy, is pretty dope. You know what, dump the Sling. There you go. Mill Thompson says, peas through superior firepower. Oh, good, the crossbow. Yeah, I'm so happy to have the crossbow. Not. Connie says, based on an article, they separated but did exclusively contract work for Motion Twins for Dead Cells. Well, look, I'm gonna be honest, I don't understand. I don't understand the desires of corporate accounting. Did you die? Thank you. Hate that the P gun has so much knockback to it. I hate that my P is so impactful. At least we still got that that great reload sound effect. Yeah, but bad hit to take. Yeah, but I have just been like, I've been playing a lot of Helldivers lately. Because the game is actually just like an incredible amount of fun. And maybe one of these days I can actually stream it. I tried doing that on Saturday and it didn't go well because the game is just very intensive. My computer is not capable right now of streaming it and recording locally at the same time. But I think I want to grab a new, what the heck, ammo drop? I think I want to grab a new power supply and computer case and then just like set up a second computer for streaming. That way I could play the games and it'll be a little bit better. It'll run faster and stronger too. Man, I do I keep opening my mouth and then shoot my peas and my pea knocks enemies around. Man, I love being taken out of context with pea gun. Boy, I certainly do love pea. There we go. Connie says, I think the CEO said that they were essentially a studio for hire, but they basically just had an exclusivity deal with Motion Twin. Hold on. M1911. Void Marshal? Is that the Void Marshal? Machine pistol. Commando. M1911. Trank gun. Beholster gun. We need the beholster gun. Frick. No! Take my pea! It's not gonna take the pea. Hey, you know what? And you all laughed when I bought the M1911. You're like, there's no way in hell that's gonna be useful. Well, look at me now! Oh, what the heck? Okay. Snowball this. Yeah, sweet. Nice. The holster gun, that's a green gun, right? Was there a green chest on this floor yet, or was it a blue chest? And we haven't found it yet. Okay. Well, I have keys. And here I thought I was gonna do like a no-hit attempt. I've been hit multiple times every floor so far. Okay. Void shotgun. Rip to the dream, although it is still possible. But But we do need there to be a, How are you not dead yet? Oh, the peas aren't even landing. My pea range is so small. There's still a chance though, there's still a chance. We just have to have a gun drop from the boss fight, and it has to be the holster gun. Easy, right? No, but seriously, Helldivers is a very, very fun game, and I just want to play more of it right now. If my computer could stream it and it would be an adequate frame rate, that's what we would be doing right now. But instead, I gotta buy new computer parts to build a second computer. And I'd like to have like a KVM switch, but I don't know much about switches. Dun, 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 dun. But tell me, Twitch chat, what games have other people been playing? I know Baze Knight in chat has been playing a lot of Helldivers with me, but what have other people been enjoying lately? Anything interesting? Any new hit titles that I need to be aware of? I did kind of neglect my thought of actually playing some demos for like the Steam Next Fest. I installed a whole bunch of them and then I just ended up not playing them. Part of that is, you know, a time thing. I just didn't have the time to do it. And then part of it was also just, wasn't, you know, not feeling good, took a day off, had a party with friends. A lot of the games just maybe not necessarily feeling that interesting to me personally. I don't want to play another Survivors game. No, thank you. Tom Thompson says Balatro out soon. It's real fun. That's the, I think there was a demo for that. I should have played it. That's the one that it's like, it's a poker deck builder, which I have to actually look at that game to understand it, because to me that just sounds like 52 card pickup, but with extra steps. Or can you have like literally 4 aces up your sleeve, like 4 ace of spades? The ace of spades. Oh. Rip. Reynolds says, just more of the tiniest of rogues. Also a fun game. Has that gotten an update recently? I ask, not because I expect it to have gotten an update, but it does update super frequently, and I know that it is, you know, constantly in progress. And I'm curious about that game in particular because I'm curious if the developers are going to be, where are we going? We're going this way. I'm curious if the developers are going to be updating the game like every 2 weeks in that cycle, or if they're going to have big updates like every 6 months until it comes out of early access. I don't know which cycle they're going for, you know. Mel Thompson says, there's a card which turns your entire hand into the same denomination. So you can get like, you play 1 card and the other 4 cards in your hand turn into 4 aces. That seems like a very like, cheap poker move. I don't think I would want to play poker with you if you could just, you know, cheat. Also, you'd have to buy a lot of cards. If you could just turn cards into other cards. Hopefully you can undo what you're doing, otherwise we're gonna have a problem. Do I not have? Oh no, that was the pre-crash. I had the poison immunity. Not anymore. Connie says, I've played 18 hours of Frostpunk in the last 3 days. It's a lot of Frostpunk, but I hear it's a good game. add it to the list of games that I, regret not taking a look at previously. Because I've heard nothing but good things. So Abe, why don't you play it? I don't know, just momentum. Sometimes it's hard to start a game, but it's easy to continue to not start the game. And P-Gun starts to... Your P really does start to lose efficacy midway through the game, huh? My P is not as strong as I thought it was. And he says, I'm trying to get some achievements until the sequel comes out soon. There's gonna be a Frostpunk 2? Wait, is Frostpunk the ice-themed deck builder, or is that Wild Frost? Hopefully you can see where I have some confusion there. Frostpunk, Wild Frost, or is it Wild Frost? It might be Wild Frost. I don't, look. We're starting to run out of game names. All games these days are just 2 words of like 1 syllable each. We need some more unique titles. Even Hell Divers. Just 2 words mushed together. Wild Frost, Frostpunk, Wind Blown, Dead Cells, Dark Souls, Elden Ring. Whatever happened to super aerial acrobatic, super rocket-powered rocket cars, Now that's a game name. That's a name you're not gonna forget. The North says I mix up Helldivers and Dave the Diver all the time. That doesn't follow the pattern though. Dave the Diver, that's 3 words. You've got a whole extra word in there. Excuse me. Untitled Goose Game. Yeah, you're not gonna forget that one. Connie says, as long as the game doesn't have the dreaded game name, the subtitle, I'm good. Amnesia, Rebirth, colon space RE blank, Rebirth, Retribution, Remastered, Reignition. What's the, what was the Metal Gear one? Oh, Revengeance. Although that one is certainly tongue-in-cheek. The thing is, though, is that for a lot of games, you can't just ignore the refunded. You can't just ignore the subtitle. You can't ignore it when it's like the game name and it's just 2 words. Bonus credits if there's no spaces. It's just like literally the 2 words stitched together like some unholy abomination. Where are my keys? There was that one game that had 2 subtitles, says Connie. I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the game myself, but yeah. We don't need more subtitles. But I get confused by game names all the time because they're not unique enough, I think. I need more uniqueness. World of Darkness? Well, it does have an of there, so. It's actually not a bad idea. The North says, I'm sure that made an excellent 0 punctuation rip. I mean, they're still available online. I don't think the Escapist has taken down, ooh, nice, all of the zero punctuation stuff. I'm sure they're still there. Head and God welcome. Yeah, I did, before the game released, I played the Lies of P demo, and while it seemed competent, it did not seem like it did enough to make itself unique compared to a game like Bloodborne, which it was clearly, you know, ripping on. Lies of P had some mechanics that I just didn't understand, like the whole weapon durability thing, and it just seemed like a just standard Bloodborne clone, which seemed kind of dull to me. Using a public domain IP and not actually seemingly using it to great effect, but that's just my impression from the demo. So I said, yeah, whatever. Oh, god dang it! Weapon durability, oh, you mean Dark Souls. No, like weapon durability as in, hey, I'm fighting a boss, halfway through the boss fight, you just have to take 2 seconds and then grind your weapon on your elbow and then you're good. Like, that doesn't add anything except busy work. I'll stand by the durability system of Dark Souls 2 being the most interesting one, after it got bug fixed, of course, because that actually led you to kind of force you to use different weapons instead of just relying on the same weapon for the entire game. You have Charge Shot and Snowball, it's why the P obsession, says Milt Thompson. Oh, you know, reasons. The heck? Oh. We have no money, but a lot of things to sell. And by a lot of things to sell, I mean nothing to sell, except we can sell this, and we can sell this. And I should have looked inside of the chest before I blew them open, my bad. Everything else I think we can keep. Actually, no, we can get rid of stuff. Because if ever we take damage, we're gonna get ammo back anyways. Connie says, Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood. Earthblood. What a terrible third subtitle on a game. What other blood are you gonna have? Alien blood? Now that would make for a great subtitle. You're like, whoa, what? There's aliens in these werewolves. Oops, you got your alien in my werewolf. You got your werewolf in my alien. The North says, Dark Souls 2 is still the best, worst game in the series. My understanding is that Dark Souls 2 has some of the best level design, some of the worst enemy design. Tons of dudes in armor, but really cool locations. I only played Dark Souls 2 once, so I don't actually remember that much about it, honestly. One day I should play it again. I gotta remember we don't have flight. We didn't fight the rat. Oh God! Where is he? Okay. Tough room. Tough crowd. Segas Jr., welcome. We're just talking about, you know, games we've been playing lately. I've been talking about how much I've been loving Helldivers. I've seen you've been playing a lot of different games lately. You've been playing like Tiny Rogues, and you played some Astral Ascent, I think, as well. How are you enjoying Astral Ascent? I still need to record a like proper YouTube review for that game, which I was actually planning on doing it yesterday, but then my allergies prevented me from actually being able to talk for most of the day. Instead, I just basically sneezed my guts out. Connie says, my only Souls game still is The Surge. Didn't finish that one either. Is that really like a Souls-like? The North says, I don't see the fun in replaying Dark Souls. You already know all the fights, all the challenges gone. You know, I don't know if you've done or seen any randomizer runs, Nor, but you should check out the randomized Dark Souls run I did on YouTube. It was a lot of fun, and I feel like that's one way you can get some enjoyment out of the game, is just completely randomizing the experience, which I want to do with Dark Souls 3 at some point. I just have to figure out how to install them. Nope. Surge is a hack and slash. Played it. Ugh. Played the hell out of it in early access. I'm still a bit burnt out, says Seagate Jr. Still fun to play if I'm in the mood. Nice. Okay, what's in this chest? Teleport prototype. You know what? Why not? I actually can see my Steam friends list right now. I can see that Chris is actually playing Helldivers, the son of a gun. Without me as well! But I'm streaming. And I can't stream Helldivers because it blows up my computer. Connie says it has every Souls mechanic in it, although it's way slower than any of them. Surge. I mean, to me, a Souls game doesn't have to have all of the Souls mechanics as long as it has a lot of the Souls style, I think. But I know that it is, it's certainly been overdone, hasn't it? Souls-like, everything's a Souls-like. Hey, Quark. Kaka, happy Thursday to you too. What have you been playing lately, Quark? Or has it just been more Yakuza? Have you bought Yakuza yet? I know you were saying you were going to do that, or you were thinking about doing it. Still just more Baldur's Gate 3. I still don't... I know that you are playing multiple Baldur's Gate campaigns, but since I don't understand the actual, like, story of the game or how it's structured, I don't know if you're, like, spoiling yourself on one game to play it on another game. Or if you're playing it through on, like, a good character on one and an evil character on another. I was just saying I was gonna pick it up. Yeah, I still haven't done it yet. Randomizers just seem weird, says the Nor. Haven't tried one. It feels like it would make the game worse. It'd F up the well-crafted world. I mean, I think the idea is that if you have the experience... Oops, sorry, lady. If you have the experience where you know what everything is already... Ooh, vegetables. Then it does make the game feel a little bit more new and unique. You were just saying, oh, well, if you've already played the game, you know all the enemies, you know all the patterns, you know where everything is. Well, yeah, but what if you're using not your normal equipment for the game because you have something else, like oh, Dark Souls, you can't just go get this Zweihander because it's not the Zweihander anymore, it is Magic Soul Arrow. And then you're like, oh crap, well, I guess this club is gonna have to hold me for a little bit longer. I feel like that can add some cool, interesting, what? Emergent gameplay, that's what I was thinking of, that's the word. Hey, I can steal even more. What was in this chest? Teleport prototype? There's no key though, so we can't get it, unfortunately. I guess we'll just buy frosty bullets. Go fight the dragon. Make different choices on my own playthrough compared to my group playthrough. They feel different. So I have a question. Can you give us an example of a different choice? Well, it's more for me. Can you give me an example in Baldur's Gate 3 of a choice that changes an outcome, and how does it feel? Does it actually have like a meaningful impact, or fundamentally does it not matter at all? Because a lot of games that say that you have choice don't really give you that much choice. It's more of a false choice. Sure, you can choose to do one thing or another thing, but it doesn't actually meaningfully impact the experience at all. So I'm curious how that works in Baldur's Gate 3. Is it a meaningful impact? Is it, you know, a clear good versus evil route of, do you plan on extracting Adam from the Little Sisters, or are you know, fundamentally changing the game, and are you getting like different missions as a result? Going to different areas? Is the story changing? Connie says, I would probably go full evil if I played it. What do you mean if you played it? Are you not already full evil? Well, this is not going that well. I think I need a new gun. Let's fist him. Dun, 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 dun. Nice. My group prefers to fight through everything. I prefer a pure good run and avoid fighting if the people are good. Connie says maybe I'll get to Baldur's Gate 3 in like a decade. It's fine to have a game backlog, especially on a game that is, I would say single player focused. Even though you could play in multiplayer. Aggro Chrysia! Oh my god! Kaka. Thank you very much for the resub. How are you doing today? Have you been playing anything interesting, Chrysia? Have you finally completed your tainted lost unlocks? Gotcha. Well, go back to the P, I guess. Nora asks, how much time do you actually spend watching the screen when you play Gungeon? I don't approve of you seamlessly reading chat mid-dragon fight. Makes me self-conscious. I mean, you know, I have peripheral vision. I can still see what's happening, even if I'm not looking at it perfectly. You gotta have a strong sense of peripheral vision if you're playing Gungeon. It helps a lot. Chrissy says I'm playing Beat Saber. Yo, how is it? I've heard good things about it, but I haven't played it myself. Basically, insert game name here. I've heard good things about it, but I haven't played it myself. That's pretty much everything. But that's cool. Just for your own personal benefit, or have you been streaming it? I don't think you've been streaming it. Also, what made you pick up Beat Saber? Any reason? Was it on sale? Or were you just like, you know what? I have this game sitting in my library for the past 6 years. Time to play some Beat Saber. Also, hello, welcome XZZXZ2. Long time no see. How you doing, buddy? Hold on. Got him. Whoa! I don't know why, but, well, okay, I know why. Every time X shows up to chat, I always think to myself, man, one of these days I gotta actually go back and do a XCOM 2 Long War playthrough. It's probably been on the docket for too long, huh? Hasn't it? Oops. Thank you. Thank you. Boom, 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 boom. I see we're finishing off a Gungeon run. That's right. You can tell I've been playing a lot of Helldivers because I keep talking like I'm the Democratic officer. Yes, soldier, that is correct. Finishing off this Gungeon run. Jammer Lenga, welcome. Hello! 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 Pepsi Man still needs to get out onto the field. Yep, he does. X says I've been playing HD2 Helldivers? Add me to your friends list if we're not friends already. I'll play with you. I've been having a great time with that game. It's been like 6 months of time to move my body. I was thinking about streaming. It'll be showing my point of view. Nice. 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 You know what game I want to play? What? I want to play the VR Alex game. I've never played a VR game. I've worn a VR headset. That's about it. I don't want to get a VR headset though. I think that's just like, that's too much money. That's too expensive. But I think I want to try it out one day. I should find a time to steal my friend Chris's VR set and just use his. After Alex, it's all downhill, says Connie. That's what I'm worried about, but also, you know, hey, maybe a fun game will surprise you with how good it is. Ashen Rand, welcome. Jammerlingo says, I'm addicted to Sekiro. Game is fun. The better thing is how everything about the lore is connected. I had a good time playing Sekiro. I don't think I've ever had like an intense desire to go through Sekiro again. Not that that would be a bad thing. It is a good game, but I think I played it once and I was like, yeah, okay, I'm fine with this. Connie says, the thing I'm most impressed is liquid physics in Alex because they're not even actual physics, but some wild shaders that totally fool you. I have heard about the only thing I know about Half-Life Alex is that one of the developers spent a lot of time away from his normal like developing duties, and he built a like fake water physics engine for the game that they ended up using, and it was not at all supposed to be in the game, but the dude was like, yeah, I just want to do it. So he made a water physics engine for like bottles of water in the game. And I think that the idea of that is cool, of, you know, the developers just kind of being able to add whatever details they want into the game. There's ice in there, gotta be careful. Can't see it, but it does exist. XZ2 says, I would be down to play Sekiro if it was modded. Modded Sekiro, like a randomizer, or replacing all of the enemies with like Star Wars, you know, troopers that have terrible aim. Like, what type of modding are we talking about here? Connie just says bullying the Lich. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I'll never figure out how to properly do the decoy on the old king fight. Decoy on Lich Phase 3 though, I know what I'm doing there. Randomizer would be fun, says Jammerlango. After having, my only randomizer, my only experience with them is having done a Dark Souls one. So, having done it, I could say that I would recommend them. I think they are very, very fun after you've played through the game once to give you a slightly different experience where you're like, oh God, what is going on? There you go. Good warm-up run. I mean, we had some very strong equipment. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? +1 to bullets, broccoli with the P-gun synergy, gold amulet with the Holy Grail, Gundromeda strain snowballets. Fun run. And for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. I forgot my outro. Like, I'm droning at this point. Do all of that, and then also tell me what games you've been playing in the comments below.